Hey guys, how the hell are you? Time for an all-new unbiased gear review on this. Yes, finally on this. This is the Boss HM-2W Waza Craft Heavy Metal Pedal. So first of all, some quick specs on this unit. Heavy duty Boss pedal, as you would expect from the company. Input, output, 9 volts center negative DC adapter input right here. We have a mode switch on the top that goes between standard mode, what we know and love from the Boss HM2 from Your, as well as a classic mode, which changes things up a little bit in terms of the overall EQ curve. We do have the same 4 knobs that were on the original: level, low, high, and distortion. Alright, so enough about the pedal, let's just go right on into the tone demo. For the purposes of the tone demo, I'm going to be utilizing one of my all-around favorite instruments that I own, this 7-string AC Guitars Compact S7. This thing is loaded with Alan's own pickups, which he custom winds himself, but they are kind of some of the most perfect metal pickups I've ever heard. They've got just enough top-end clarity to really give it some serious definition, and the low end on these pickups is kind of equal parts punch and warmth. You get a lot of chunk under the palm mutes, but at the same time, big and bold and beefy chords. So yeah, this is the perfect guitar to test this pedal with. Okay, so the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to run this in front of my Mesa. Now, I know what you guys are already thinking. You're thinking, dude, that's already a super aggressive high gain head. And yeah, it's got a very aggressive tone to it. What we're going to do is we're going to essentially use the HM-2W as a boost, as a tone shaping tool in front to sort of see what results we can get doing that. So first of all the knobs facing straight up and noon. Let's turn this on, and this is what we get. Sort of that wet fart thing, but let's twist some knobs. Oh wow, you hear that? We got some video game noises coming in. Wow, already that's some brutal tone right there. Just switch it over to custom mode here real quick so we can tell the difference. So the difference is minimal, but it's definitely there. I feel like you're getting a little bit more honk out of that upper mid-range with the standard mode versus the custom mode. The custom mode kind of scoops it out a little bit, makes it a little bit more aggressive. It's a little bit of a different character. Also, is it just me or does it seem like it accentuates the low mid a little bit more as well as bring down the top end when it's in custom mode? So this is standard mode. Custom mode. So for the second part of this tone demo, outside of the camera frame here, I do have a Master Effects Marauder, which is going into the effects return of the Dover. The reason why is because the Marauder is meant to emulate that classic PV Blue Stripe Bandit, which for those of you guys that don't already know, old school classic Swedish death metal records, oftentimes the HM-2 was paired with a PV Bandit, and that's why we kind of have this really dirty, disgusting, grimy tone. It wasn't just the pedal, it was often the amp that it was paired with too. So to try to emulate that classic tone, we're going to use the Marauder. The normal settings that I've got for the Marauder are kind of minimalistic, just to kind of let the pedal do its thing. So this is the way it sounds without the HM2 engaged. So you definitely have a little bit of that high gain distortion coming through, but it's not something super girthy, super full, or anything like that. Now let's go ahead and turn on this pedal, all knobs facing straight up at noon. There again, kind of that wet fart tone. So I think that's kind of further proving my point that it changes the overall character of the mid-range there. Here we have this setting right here with the level and the low maxed out. And this is the sound in the Waza Craft custom mode. And now standard mode. So it's definitely a subtle difference, but it's there. All right, let's go ahead and put in some more top end here. So yeah, I kind of feel like that custom mode sort of tames the high mids a little bit, which is weird because that's where that chainsaw lies, is in that kind of 1K ballpark. So to be kind of taming it up there in the upper mids and the highs is a little weird, but it's yielding some interesting results. That's custom mode, and now standard mode again. So overall, my final thought, look, what are you guys expecting me to say? This is the OG Swedish chainsaw tone. This is the pedal that an online movement was created in an effort to get this son of a bitch to come back. And we won. We did it. Boss reissued this pedal. Honestly, very, very true to form. It's got that classic chainsaw tone. The mode switch, it's not creating a huge difference between the two modes, but the difference is there. So it does serve kind of a cool purpose in that regard. Also, something to be mentioned, yeah, okay, turning all the knobs down and kind of starting from the bottom yields a lot of wet, farty noises. But dude, keep that high knob at about 4 o'clock or beyond, and you're kind of getting into that sweet spot for the chainsaw territory. And then adjust the gain, adjust the low to taste, and it's covering a wide variety of chainsaw tones in there. Stuff that works a little bit differently with different amps. You know, use it as a boost in front of an already high gain head, or pair it up with something like a PV Bandit, or like I did with the Marauder from Master Effects to get that era accurate tone. Dude, this is the standard by which all those clones on the market that try to replicate this tone are measured by. And for good reason. It's because it's one of those things where the original, in my opinion, just does it, I wouldn't say better, but it does it so perfectly that how can you really fuck with that? So, I mean, buy with confidence. This thing does the damn thing that we want it to do. And so much so that I actually sold my OG ancient HM2 that I had here. And I'm keeping this new one because this does the goddamn tone that I want it to. Once again, guys, sad face. I'm still suffering a bit from this sort of man flu that I've been suffering with the last few days, and for that reason, I just can't really taste anything coming from my beer glass, so no beer review in this video. I'm so sorry. So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel. There's tons more metal and guitar-oriented content to come. And as always, remember, take what you do seriously, but do not take yourselves too seriously.